Have you ever wondered what happens to our beloved pets after they pass away? Where do our beloved pets go? Bible answers may surprise you. We'll dive into one of the most heartfelt questions many of us have about our furry friends. What does the Bible say about animals and the afterlife? Are they waiting for us somewhere beyond this world? In this video, we'll explore biblical insights and perspectives on the destiny of animals, examining passages that hint at God's love and care for all creation. You'll discover how understanding these teachings can offer comfort and hope, knowing that our pets may hold a special place in God's plan. This exploration is designed to deepen your spiritual perspective and bring peace to those who have lost a cherished pet. Are you ready to uncover what the Bible says about the afterlife for animals? Want to see how your love for your pets aligns with God's view of His creation? Stay with us as we explore these surprising answers, offering insight and encouragement for every pet lover. Let's begin this journey together. In the beginning, the book of Genesis describes how God created all living things, including the animals, and saw that His creation was good. God gave each creature a unique purpose and role in the ecosystem, placing them alongside humanity in a balanced and interconnected world. Animals were created as part of God's beautiful and diverse creation, reflecting His creativity and attention to detail. This shows that animals have inherent value simply because they were made by God and included in His perfect design. Throughout the Bible, we see that animals hold an important place in God's plan. Psalm 50 verses 10 to 11 says, "For every animal of the forest is mine, and the cattle on 1,000 hills. I know every bird in the mountains, and the insects in the fields are mine." These verses remind us that God cares deeply for all creatures. He is aware of every animal, big and small, and values them as part of His creation. Passages like this highlight that God doesn't just value humans but loves and sustains all life on earth. Animals also play a special role in our own lives. They often bring joy, companionship, and even comfort to those who care for them. Pets can be an incredible source of emotional support and unconditional love. For many people, their pets become like family members, offering friendship and loyalty. The bond between humans and animals can be profound, reflecting the way God intended for us to live in harmony with all of His creation. This bond is significant because it mirrors the love and care that God has for His creation. When we take care of animals, we are participating in God's plan for stewardship and compassion. The Bible calls humanity to rule over creation, but this doesn't mean domination. It means caring for animals and respecting their place in the world. Through our relationships with animals, we experience a small part of God's love and care, both in giving and receiving companionship and affection. In moments of loneliness or sadness, many people find comfort in their pets, which can feel like a blessing from God. Pets provide a kind of love that is simple and pure, reminding us of the goodness that God has placed in the world. This companionship is a gift that helps many people through difficult times, teaching us about love, patience, and kindness. In short, animals have a special place in God's creation, both in nature and in our personal lives. The Bible shows us that God values all His creatures and cares for them, and He encourages us to do the same. Through our relationships with animals, we catch a glimpse of God's love and creativity, experiencing firsthand the beauty of His creation. The Bible includes intriguing passages that suggest animals could have a place in God's future plan. In Isaiah 11 verses 6 to 9, the prophet describes a vision of a peaceful future, often referred to as the peaceable kingdom, where the wolf will live with the lamb, the leopard will lie down with the goat, and a little child will lead them. This passage portrays a harmonious world where natural predators and prey coexist peacefully, showing no violence or fear. It hints at a future in which God restores creation to a state of perfect peace, and animals are an integral part of this vision. Romans 8 verses 19 to 22 gives us another glimpse into the future of creation, emphasizing that all of creation eagerly waits for redemption. The Apostle Paul writes that creation was subjected to frustration and decay because of sin, but that it also holds hope for liberation. He explains that the creation itself will be liberated from its bondage to decay and brought into the freedom and glory of the children of God. This suggests that God's plan for redemption extends beyond humanity to include the entire created world, possibly encompassing the animals who share this creation with us. The idea that animals might be present in heaven or the new creation holds significant spiritual meaning. It reflects the extent of God's love and care, showing that He values not only humans but all creatures He made. Just as humans are promised a place in God's kingdom, the possibility of animals joining us speaks to the beauty and inclusivity of His plan for eternity. It suggests that God's vision for a renewed world includes a return to harmony, where all creatures, human and animal alike, live together in peace. Considering animals in the new creation also reminds us of the original harmony in the Garden of Eden. In Eden, humans and animals coexisted peacefully without violence or fear. If God's future kingdom restores creation to its intended glory, it may mean returning to this Eden-like state, where animals are part of our lives and the world in which we dwell. This aligns with the hope expressed in biblical visions of a world filled with God's peace and presence. For many people, this concept brings comfort and hope, especially those who have lost beloved pets. The thought that our pets might have a place in God's eternal plan reflects His compassion and understanding of the deep bonds we form with animals. While the Bible doesn't explicitly confirm animals in heaven, passages like Isaiah and Romans open the possibility that they could be part of the new creation. The Bible provides hints that animals may have a place in God's future kingdom. Through passages that describe peace between all creatures and the redemption of all creation, we see a glimpse of a world where animals are valued and included in God's plan. This possibility brings hope to many, reminding us of the vastness of God's love and the completeness of His vision for the future. The Bible shows us many times that God cares deeply for all of His creation, including animals. In Matthew 10 verse 29, Jesus teaches that not one sparrow falls to the ground outside of your Father's care, highlighting that God is aware of and values even the smallest creatures. This verse emphasizes that God's compassion extends beyond humanity to all living things. God knows and cares for each animal, reflecting His boundless love and attention to every detail of creation. Animals also have an important role in God's world. They are not just background characters, they are purposeful parts of His creation. In Genesis, God brings animals to Adam, and He names each one, signifying a relationship between humans and animals. Throughout the Bible, animals are present in stories, parables, and even laws, indicating their significance. They serve various purposes, from companionship to symbols of God's teachings. This interdependence between humans and animals reminds us that they are valued by God and hold a specific place in His design. Our relationships with animals, especially our pets, can be seen as a blessing from God. Pets often provide companionship, comfort, and unconditional love, qualities that are deeply cherished by their owners. Many people find that their pets help them through difficult times and bring joy into their daily lives. These relationships can remind us of God's own love for us, as pets often reflect patience, loyalty, and acceptance, qualities that God encourages in us as well. Through animals, God often teaches us valuable lessons about love and responsibility. Taking care of a pet requires dedication and patience, qualities that mirror God's care for us. This responsibility can help us grow in compassion and kindness, reflecting God's love in our actions. By caring for animals, we participate in God's creation, learning to respect and protect the creatures He has made. This bond between humans and animals can deepen our understanding of God's heart for all His creation. Animals can also have a profound spiritual impact on our lives. The love and loyalty of pets can remind us of God's unfailing love for us, a constant presence that we can depend on. In times of loneliness or sorrow, pets often provide comfort and joy, showing that God's blessings come in many forms. Their presence in our lives is a gentle reminder of God's kindness and the ways He cares for us through His creation. In conclusion, the Bible shows us that God's compassion and care extend to animals, and they have a meaningful role in His creation. Our relationships with animals are more than just interactions. They are opportunities to experience and reflect God's love. These bonds teach us about kindness, patience, and the beauty of all life, showing us the depth of God's wisdom and love for everything He has created. For pet owners, the thought of losing a beloved animal can be incredibly difficult. However, we can find comfort in God's promise that He cares for all of His creation. The love we feel for our pets is a reflection of the compassion and kindness God has placed within us. This love shows that our connection with animals is meaningful and, in some ways, mirrors the bond God has with His creatures. Knowing that God values each part of His creation can bring peace, as we trust that He sees and cares for the animals we hold dear. The hope of reuniting with our pets someday offers comfort to many who have lost an animal companion. If God gives animals value and purpose in this life, it's possible He has a plan for them in the life to come as well. Our pets bring us joy, companionship, and unconditional love, qualities that God cherishes. Some people believe that, in His love, God may allow us to be with our pets again in the new creation, as a way to bring His children joy and show His goodness. This idea can bring a sense of peace, knowing that the bonds we form may not be lost forever. Faith in the new creation gives us even more reason for hope. The Bible describes a future where God will make all things new, healing the brokenness of this world. This promise isn't limited to humans. Romans 8 verse 21 speaks of all creation being liberated from decay. If animals are part of God's good creation, they may also be included in this renewal. This perspective allows us to hope that the animals we love may somehow be cared for or even present in this restored creation. Knowing that God's plan includes the renewal of all creation can be incredibly comforting. Our pets have been a source of comfort and love in our lives, and it's heartening to think that God might honor these relationships in some way. This doesn't mean we know exactly how it will look, but trusting in God's care for all things gives us peace about the fate of the animals we've loved. This hope encourages us to cherish the time we have with our pets now, while also trusting in God's goodness for their future. Even if we don't have all the answers, we can hold on to the belief that God's love is greater than we can imagine. Just as He takes care of us, He takes care of everything He has created, including the animals that bring us joy. In the end, while we may not know all the details, we can rest in the assurance that God's compassion is big enough to encompass every part of His creation. This trust can bring comfort to pet owners, reminding us that our love for animals is part of God's plan. Whether in this life or the next, we can have faith that God's love and care extend to the animals we hold dear. In this video, we explored the beautiful role animals play in God's creation. We looked at how the Bible shows us that animals are valuable to God and may even have a place in the future new creation. While we don't have all the answers, these biblical insights can bring comfort to pet owners, knowing that the love they have for their pets is part of God's plan. The Bible gives us glimpses of a future where peace and harmony include all of creation, reminding us that animals have a special role in God's kingdom. The Bible may not provide a clear, definitive answer about whether our pets go to heaven, but it does offer hope that God cares for all He has made. His love for creation is vast and all-encompassing, and we can trust that He is aware of the bonds we form with our pets. The love we feel for our animals reflects God's own love and compassion, a reminder that our connections with them are meaningful and not something to be taken lightly. As you reflect on these ideas, I hope you find peace in knowing that God's compassion is great enough to include all creatures. The love we share with our pets can be a glimpse of the divine love God has for us and for all of creation. Whether in this life or the life to come, we can trust that God's care extends to our beloved animal companions in ways we may not fully understand. Thank you for joining us in this exploration of what happens to our pets after they pass. I hope this discussion has brought comfort and sparked meaningful reflections. Whether you believe our pets will be with us in heaven or simply trust in God's care for them, we can all agree that they bring joy, love, and companionship into our lives in a way that reflects God's kindness. Before you go, please consider subscribing to our channel for more videos exploring topics of faith, spirituality, and the world around us. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear what you believe happens to our pets and how you've experienced God's love through your relationships with animals. Thank you for watching, and remember, God's love and care encompass all of His creation. May that thought bring peace and comfort to you and everyone who cherishes the gift of animals in their lives. See you in the next video.